and the blockchain revolution? That's the question I have for you today. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are tuned in from. My name is Keith Karura, and welcome to our second live webinar. This is very exciting. I'm super excited. I'm super pumped. I just can't wait to learn everything that has been lined up for us here today. Now, of course, we are streaming live from the Nile One Academy right here in Kampala. And Nile One Academy is the home of excellence. This is the school or the home that has decided to come in and bridge the gap between the knowledge gap between the young, the old, and the futuristic people, to make you prepared to position yourself in this growing revolution. That's the cryptocurrencies, which is the biggest question of the day, and blockchain technology. Now, to let you know, today we have a lot lined up for you. And the previous webinar, we got over 20 people win free books. Now, these books are quite interesting. You know, Crypto Investing Guide. This is a quite interesting book, a book that has been written by our own Ugandan who is actually representing and making it big, so big in the United States, Crypto Investor. And they won themselves these books. Today, you could be one of the lucky winners for logging in early or even have registered early, and it's going to be picked randomly, and I'll be here to announce who has won themselves these books. Now, we have a lot lined up for you, but before we get into what we have packed for you today, I would like to invite a gentleman, Daniel Mulondo, who happens to be the CEO and the founder of Nile One Academy, the home of excellency, and the brain behind all these recurring webinars that we're going to be carrying on from now onwards, today being the second one. Daniel is not with us today in studio, but he's live in Dubai. And I know, of course, the Expo has been going on. A lot is happening at Expo. And I think he's one of those people who says, let me go and see what is happening in Dubai. But today he's joining us from Dubai, and we would like to find out what's happening. Daniel? Yes, Daniel?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Mr. Keith. I am grateful to be here. I don't know whether I can be heard very well.
Yes, right? We can hear you very well. We can hear you very well.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for those people who have just tuned in right now, and those who are watching us all over the social media platforms. My name is Daniel Mulondo, the CEO of Nile One Center of Excellence. We've been in existence for the last 5-6 years. And we've trained a lot of people in financial markets. But currently, right now, I am just here in Dubai. Right now, blockchain and cryptocurrency space. I am overwhelmed by the number of people, by companies, and also the individuals who are into this tech and the space at large. A lot of companies have already signed up for this. I don't know whether we have any real estate company in Uganda or in East Africa that is accepting Bitcoins or any other cryptocurrency as of now. But here in Dubai, most of the best, actually the best real estate managers, that is Amal. Amal is accepting Bitcoin as a mode of payment, and also this other company here, yes, Damaka Properties. They are accepting Bitcoins as a mode of payment. I am overwhelmed by the number of young people here. Yesterday, I met one young boy at the age of 5, 6. The boy is amazed with cryptocurrency. He told me that
but Daniel will be joining us shortly again. But all in all, he was just, welcoming each and everyone who is joining us today on our live webinar here at Nile One Academy, the home of excellence. And of course, we are simply here today to just help you position yourself by unlocking your mind. We have lined up people that have experienced, have tested, experienced in the cryptocurrency and the blockchain space. These are people who are making moves and influencing the entire industry, especially the African continent and the globe as well. We have Mr. Muda from Uganda, we have Ian from South Africa, Ian Vule, we have Ian Balina, who's going to be our guest of all, guest speaker today, and that gentleman, so much respect for him. But right now, I would like also to inform you that we are going to be giving out 20 books. Imagine we're going to be giving out 20 books. 20 books, you get a chance to win yourself a book. I think somebody just passed me this book. You get a chance to win yourself this book that has been written by Ian Balina, one of the biggest and highly respected influencer in the blockchain and cryptocurrency space. So if you're the lucky one, you could walk away with this book coming to your table to empower you. So ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are watching from, if you've just joined us, welcome once again. And I want to say it's going to be a great evening.
I'm a digital marketeer. I'm here to present to you a very short synopsis of the opportunities that exist in the crypto space. I joined the crypto space. Just this year, by the way, early in March, but I've seen a lot of opportunities, and I'm here to show you. Maybe you are there and you're wondering, can I be part of this space? And I'm here to show you that yes, anyone can, and any skill, by the way, is almost needed here, like we're going to see in this short presentation. So I have a small presentation here, which we are going to go through. It's really very short, but very sweet. Okay. So this is just to show you that I joined this space in March 2021, and because I came in as a digital marketeer, I thought, how could I use my skill to better myself in this industry? By the way, I have a digital marketing agency. So I said, as a digital marketer, can I find something in this space? And I said, okay, why don't I leverage my skills and start something? But these are some of the headlines that really speak to us, people who read crypto news, to find this is just a snapshot of what I captured. But Marketing Side has said crypto job listings are exploding, with one popular brand seeing 1,500 growth. You can imagine that. And if you go here to Coin Telegram, it's also one of the respectable blogs around the world. As of August this month, they wrote that crypto job listings rose by 615%. since August last year. But check out what Forbes wrote. Cryptocurrency companies are waging a war for talent in a hot job market. These are just some of the headlines that scream to us every day. And this means that anyone literally can join this space. You don't need to be a trader, although traders are welcome. You can make a lot of money, by the way, in the crypto space as a trader or as an investor. Personally, I do not trade, but I invest in some cryptocurrencies, which I've seen grow, and my money is growing along the way. But there are so many opportunities in this era, in this space especially. All right. Next up, I'm going to present to you. You see this? This is Essex, African Consolidated Exchange. Essex is one of the exchanges that is launching very soon, and already they are looking for you. When I say they are looking for you, literally they are looking for everyone. These are just some of the listings that they have people who they are looking for. Here, they are looking for an art director, maybe a motion graphic or an animator. So if you're out there and you think this can be a job for you, you can take advantage of this. Like I said, Essex is African, it's an African exchange, and they are looking for people. When I say looking for people, I mean they are looking for virtually for everyone. If you can be an influencer, if you're a digital marketer, maybe you're an accountant, maybe you are, check them out. There are so many opportunities there. As well, they are looking for digital strategists. So if you're out there like me and you're a digital marketer or you're an influencer on social media, you can join their platform and you can earn money by getting some of their work and promoting their products. How cool is that? How many of us are using social media to just interact with friends? So Essex is giving you an alternative. You can monetize your social media by just talking about them to your friends. How cool is that? So there are so many other opportunities. They are also looking for sales managers or marketing strategists. Of course, as an industry that is growing, strategies or people who have strategies that can put a brand to the top are most welcome. They're looking for brand regional marketing strategists, and anyone can come in this space and take advantage of this. Copywriters, if you're out there and you can write for them. Now, these are direct jobs from the African Exchange. And if you're looking for other opportunities right there, because these top websites every single day, even as we speak now, there are jobs waiting for people like you who could be watching now and wondering, how can I join with the skill set that I have? Just try some of these. We highlighted for you a few of them. Cryptocurrencyjobs.co, cryptojoblist.com, homecryptojobs.com, crypto.jobs. So many. Even if you just went to Dr. Google and said crypto jobs, you will find tons of platforms that are listing jobs or needing skill sets like yours. So this is what I'm trying to tell you people. There are so many opportunities in the crypto space. You can trade, you can be an investor, you can trade, you can be an investor, you can be an influencer, you can just promote some of the platforms that are available. Like Essex, I've told you, there are Binance, there are so many people, so many platforms that are needing people like you to come and take up space. Like I showed you earlier on, these jobs are forever. The people in the crypto space are looking for people like you. So take advantage. This is a short presentation I had for you. My name is Moses Slay, and enjoy the presentation. There's so much waiting for you. Thank you so much.
can see, anybody, the space is so big. The cryptocurrency industry, blockchain especially, and the cryptocurrency industry is so big that all of us can fit in. If you're a graphic designer, if you're a marketeer, if you're an investor, if you're a trader, there is a lot of opportunities to venture out. The question is, where do you see yourself amongst all these people? It's just not about Bitcoin. So many people think it's just about Bitcoin. When you talk about cryptocurrency, one thing that comes to people's mind, they think it's Bitcoin. You got it wrong. It's more than just Bitcoin, I can tell you. So a lot much more opportunities are there in the cryptocurrency industry and blockchain industry especially, if you choose where you're good at and become good at that, become an expert. So
not invested in cryptocurrency, you're just wasting time. That's what I can tell you. The big man here has a very good information and a message that is going to inspire you.
So everybody, listen here. If you don't invest into Bitcoin, you will not be very rich in future. Today, very cheap. In a couple of years, this will be worth millions. And if you invest now, you will have so much property and land in Dubai. So I'm telling you, invest in Bitcoin, you will make too much money.
Yes. Then my brother,
just invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum. And
he owns Bitcoin.
Yeah,
and he
me that's him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, guys.
And
This is
then,
the generation we have. This SXT. Yeah. We've made our platform, our own platforms as Africans. Yeah. So please, man, this is the time we have in our generation. Change your future. Invest in Bitcoin. Exactly. Invest in Ethereum. Any platform you find that can make you wealthy. Please, we have no time on this ground. Use your time you have to achieve wealth, not just to achieve money. This
10 books to the first 10 winners tonight. And the first person to win, the first person who actually logged in first, is called Judy. And I think Judy's email is kibs9929@gmail.com. If that's your email address, send us an email. Judy, send us an email. You've won yourself a book.
I wish everyone buys this book to create awareness. I believe for faster adoption, because right now we are still in the early adopter stage till the next 5 years. Okay, that's when we are going to create the early majority. That's the tipping point. So I want you to grab this first movers advantage, okay, to get started right now, to be educated by the best of the best, ladies and gentlemen. You can feel I'm excited. Thank you, the Nile Academy, for organizing this. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Moses. I'm excited to be here, and together we are going to impact lives. Thank you so much.
Viewers, we are just here in Dubai, and then I'm just here with my friend Vitalis.
Nice to meet you.
Say hello to the people.
Hey guys, I'm Vitalis and I'm glad to be here.
Yes, Vitalis is one of the best traders in Dubai here, and then he works with a company called Haglex with his brother Samuel. Samuel is not here, he has gone to Nigeria, but we've discussed a number of things with him, and he has a lot of ideas on how the blockchain can be really applied in the music and art industry. Please just tell the viewers who are watching us, what do they have to say about that?
Right, thank you very much. And so, first start, I'm Vitalis. I'm a visual artist as well as a crypto trader and a crypto enthusiast in general. So the thing is that cryptocurrency actually creates a really vast platform for young artists and young entrepreneurs to be able to express themselves.
Yes.
And now with the boost of NFTs, with the boost of all these creative aspects, like even OpenSea has created such a huge platform for visual art.
Are we on?
Mlunga, Mr. Mlunga Suleiman, are you with us today? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here and I'm glad to be here.
Okay, you're welcome, and the floor is yours. Please just give us what you prepared with us today. I know you're doing big things out there. You're doing big interviews globally because of the influence that you have in the blockchain industry space in Uganda. And of course, I very well know you being a member and one of the founders, the co-founders of the Blockchain Association of Uganda. I'm sure you are the right person actually to open up people's minds to all these opportunities that are actually happening in the blockchain space. We've done a lot. We've seen money in Uganda move from phones for mobile money with your organization, the company that you formed, Pegasus Uganda Limited, that actually was doing a lot of mobile money transactions all over in East Africa and globally. And now here you are with Muda Uganda Exchange, another exchange platform that is empowering people. So just go ahead, Mr. Suleiman. We are glad to have you here, and just bless us with your wisdom and information today.
clear now? Okay. 9-1 team, can you hear me? Great. So as I was saying, before MTN interrupted me, MTN is about to IPO. I hope they sort out these issues. But what I was saying was that at Muda, we have been solving issues for our customers over the last 3 years, trying to ensure that they have a stable way to enter the markets, enter and exit the markets, because the crypto industry has been growing rapidly over the last few years. And personally, I seriously got into crypto after my stint in mobile money in 2017. I was in mobile money since early 2013. We helped build the mobile money infrastructure, build the rails that enabled payments for DSTV, Umeme, National, and many other organizations. And so after that success, I looked for the next big thing, the next innovative thing in payments. And once I looked into blockchain and crypto, it was very clear to me. But during that time, it was the 2017 bull run. Bitcoin was exploding. Today, Bitcoin was 3,000, and the next day it's 4,000, then 5,000. You start panicking. You have your shillings. How do I buy Bitcoin? There was no easy way. The big exchanges were not connected to mobile money. They were not here in Uganda yet. So we decided to do something. And since then, we've just been implementing various tools and various processes that have enabled our clients to easily get into the markets without panicking. And so far, Muda has managed to grow its presence to more than 10 countries through the OTC desk. And we easily process transactions across Africa, which include some of our big markets. We're also present right now, representing Uganda. We're very so that's what Muda has really been about. We also involve. So beyond enabling people to get into digital assets through our exchange and through our OTC desk, we've also implemented various innovations like NFTs. We have NFT solutions. We have a collection, a new NFT collection. We recently had a collaboration with the Uganda National Museum, whereby we digitized a few artifacts. We launched that with the Binance Marketplace. And now we are launching Afroping's NFT collection, which is going to be a massive drop of 15,000 NFTs. We want a lot of Africans to participate in this. We want a lot of Europeans, want a lot of Asians, want a lot of Americans participate in this NFT drop. It's going to be 15,000 unique items, unique NFTs that are metaverse compatible. I think everyone saw the big news from Facebook recently. The metaverse is coming. The metaverse is here, and we don't want anybody to. It's metaverse, and the drop is happening on the 21st of this month. We want to ensure that everyone gets a hold of them. We're making them very affordable, very accessible. And so this is all part of the Muda culture, creating products that enable people to enter the crypto space, enable people to benefit from the crypto space, enable people to easily get assets, because digital assets are the assets of the future. This is a new asset class. We've gone from literally nothing to over $2 trillion in market cap value. And so this is where we are. We hope everyone will be able to access these services. We are soon launching our app. We are soon launching our web portal. We're soon launching our tokens, and our team is available to help people understand how to benefit from this new industry. We are collaborating with the Nile One team very closely. They have very good content. They have a very good team. And so we are collaborating in order to ensure that the knowledge we have, the knowledge they have, can create a very large cache of information that can be used to benefit people. So we hope people will be able to sign up and use our services so that they can improve their lives, so that they can understand what's happening in this industry, so that they can benefit from the next few months of full activity as the market grows, and the next few years as the market, as blockchain integrates itself into the wider economy. I'm seeing some questions coming. I don't know if the Nile One team want me to answer them directly. USDT, we have Ethereum. We're soon launching something with the Celo Foundation, CUSD, Celo as well, Celo assets. We have Tron, and we're looking at adding more assets. We're looking at projects from Africa. If people are launching tokens, if people are launching NFTs, we are looking to support those as well. So anyone can access our support team. Our website is www.muda.tech. All our contacts are there. You can reach us on email. You can reach, if you want to transact with us any amount of USDT or BTC, you can reach us on our WhatsApp number, which is in the deal room section. So we're accessible, and that is how we can collaborate. We're looking at collaborating. Books are being given away by the Nile One team. I think they've put together a whole program on how to do that. However, from the Muda team and the Nile One team, what I can say in our collaboration is that we'll be giving out Muda tokens over the next couple of weeks. So follow us on Twitter, join our Discord, join our Facebook, join our Telegram. You'll get all the details. I'm going to ensure that everyone who was on this call, I'm going to work with the Nile One team to ensure that everyone who's on this talk today is going to get an airdrop. So our as long as you submit your details, with either us directly referencing what I've said here today, or with the Nile One team, we shall ensure that you get an airdrop of our token and our NFT that is soon dropping, the Afro Kings NFTs. WhatsApp contact, please go to the Muda website and click on the deal room. You'll see our contact details there. Where do I see the market going over the next couple of weeks? Well, I'm not a financial advisor, but I would say that we are in a bull run. So I suggest if you are looking to enter the crypto space, it would be a good time right now. But the most important thing is to ensure you carry out research. Education is key. So please do your research. There are a lot of videos on YouTube about cryptocurrency. That's how I started. In fact, when I started in the crypto space, I took a month off work I spent 4 weeks, morning to evening, watching videos, reading articles, and by the time I was done, I actually wrote a white paper, which is, I shortened that white paper, and the link to the information I gathered is on my Twitter handle, which is at Sule_UG. You can find the article I wrote, which basically explained why the cryptocurrency industry is important and is going to continuously increase its influence on the global stage over the next few years, at least the next 30, 40 years. It's going to continuously increase its influence. So I suggest everyone does that as they slowly enter the crypto market industry. Don't forget, that's what you're willing to lose, because it's a very volatile market, but it's a market we believe in strongly. If you need more hands-on training, the Nair One team is available for that. If you need access to the assets, Muda is available for that. South Sudan, we do have an agent in South Sudan, but we're looking for more agents because we're always expanding. But we hope by the end of 2022, we shall be in at least 50 countries across the African continent, across Asia, and across Europe. So that is what our roadmap looks like. But we definitely do have South Sudan customers who are serving, and we're open to serving people in South Sudan. When is the token dropping? The token is dropping in about 4 weeks, I can say that. This is actually probably one of the first places I'm speaking about this publicly. We are, like I mentioned, NFT drop 31st of November, token drop, which is going to be in the first week of December. We're very excited. We've done a lot of work in the background. We've the project. We've done a lot of work to ensure the project is solid, and we have collaborations with Binance. We hope to list on the Binance site soon after release. But we have collaborations with Celo Foundation, one of the biggest blockchain companies in the world right now. And so the team is solid. The project is solid, and we're doing everything we can to ensure that all our investors and all our contributors get a very good token launch. Yes, we're available in Cameroon. We have quite a bit of volumes in Cameroon. Our OTC desk is available in Cameroon. So if you want to transact with us, please go to our website, contact us on our deal room, and we'll get you through. What is an NFT? Well, in a snapshot or in summary, I would say an NFT is a non-fungible token. We've actually created a video to explain what an NFT is. We'll also share it with the Nair One team and help and hope they distribute it through their channels as well as our channels. But we created that video explaining what an NFT is. But an NFT is a non-fungible token. It's unlike cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. NFTs represent a specific and unique item. The item can be digital or physical, and so you can have an NFT for a song or a road. And so NFTs represent ownership, and that ownership is tied to whatever the NFT is representing. And so the good thing with NFTs is that they're based on blockchain technologies, which allows you to easily track the ownership, prove ownership, and transfer ownership. And that's the beauty of blockchain, and that's where NFTs come into play. And that's why NFTs are very important technology, because we're in a digital world, and we're only going to get more digital, you know. That's why I say cryptocurrencies and blockchain is very important. We're in a digital world. This generation understands digital things, you know, where we are Facebook, we are Twitter, we are Snapchat now, we are Instagram. Everything is digital. Our photos are digital, our music is digital. And so our assets have to be digital as well. So money is being digitized through cryptocurrencies. So assets are also going to be digitized through NFTs. And so maybe when our grandkids are about my age, for them even food will be digital. I don't know, but I hope as long as I'm alive, food remains the same. Yes, Muda is in Kenya, very, very much in Kenya, and we have been serving the Kenyan community. It's a very competitive market, but we have ensured that we have some of the best rates in town, and that's what we're doing across board. We're ensuring that we have some of the best rates because one of the key components of Muda actually is to empower our users. We want to empower users, we want to empower community, we want to enable people to create sustainable incomes from this digital economy. So it's not all about just business for us. For us, it's business in a sustainable manner. For us, it's community. For us, we're coming from a social angle. So how can we create something that's going to be sustainable? How can we create something that is going to empower community and enable them to improve their lives going forward? You know, we grow and our community grows, everyone grows together. That's our core mission. We are very much in Nigeria. We love Nigeria. We have agents in Nigeria on the ground, and we want to meet more Nigerians. You know, we see what cryptocurrency is doing for Nigeria, and some of the NFT masks that we were launching are based on Nigerian culture. So we're very much present in Nigeria, a very big market. So we'll be glad to have you come on board. But as far as the countries are concerned, the list of countries can be found on the website. And so Nigeria is part of the program, Ghana is part of them. I see Tanzania. The president of Tanzania recently gave their support for blockchain, so we are very much there. We'll probably soon open up an office in Tanzania, so we want to hear from all the people in Tanzania. Mimi najua Swahili vizuri sana, so I can come and speak in Swahili, you know. Maybe you teach me, you improve on my Swahili, but we will be glad to set up physically there because we believe in those markets. We believe in all the markets. We believe on the entire African continent. So if you want to be an agent with us, if you want to be a user, you're welcome. I'm available. I'm available on Twitter. Official handle for the company, Muda_HQ. My personal Twitter handle is Sule_UG. And we're available to chat. We want to hear from you. We want to hear from your ideas. We're a very community-driven project. All the products we're going to release over the next couple of months are community-driven. We hear, we listen to what's happening on the ground, and then we implement the products. So some of the big things that are coming through for the P2P market. Africa is very P2P heavy, and so we have some very exciting news for the P2P traders. We hear you, we see you, and we're developing some tools that is just going to blow your businesses out of the water. Anyone is free to join. Please visit the website. I don't know how much time Nile One team has got for me, but please visit the website. All the information is there. Reach us on WhatsApp, reach us on Twitter, reach us on Telegram. We're going to have a lot of giveaways of our token. We're going to have a lot of giveaways of our NFT for the most active users, you know. So when I hear from you, what ideas you have, just let us know. Keep the social media groups active, and you're going to be rewarded. Website www.muda.tech, TECH. Where are we based? Our main base is in Uganda. We're soon setting up in Nairobi. We're soon setting up in Lagos.
hear me? Suleiman, do you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Yes, thank you very much for that wonderful presentation. We had only one very simple question. What advice do you give to that person out there who has no idea about the cryptocurrency industry, blockchain industry, and they want to venture in? What advice do you give that person? Because so many people out there have phobia for this industry. It's very easy for us to mention these words, to mention blockchain, to mention what, but there's a layman person who is supposed to benefit from especially all these platforms. What advice do you give our new people who are attending here for the first time and have never heard about this? What should be the next step?
That's a very good question. I get that question all the time, and my advice to anybody who is looking to venture into this space is actually threefold. One, educate yourself. There's a lot of content on the internet. There's a lot of content locally, local, a lot of content internationally. Educate yourself, educate yourself, educate yourself. The second thing is invest what you can afford to lose. So start small. Everyone started small. This space is only going to get bigger. We are now at a $2 trillion market cap. Very many experts across the world, from the largest banks to academics, believe we're going to expand that market cap at least 100 times. So you're very early. Invest what you can lose. Learn the space as you invest slowly, as you get more confident. And the third thing is, this is an asset class of the future, and sure, it is part of your portfolio. That's all I can say. So educate yourself, start small, and make sure it is part of your portfolio.
Now, I have another question, which now this one is for people that have been in the industry. I can tell you mentioned the 2017 bull run when everyone were running crisscross. People were mad thinking Bitcoin is going. This is the end of Bitcoin. What do you advise a person who is in the cryptocurrency industry and always thinks it's the end when Bitcoin is shooting high? They always think, they panic to buy, to sell, you know, when it goes high. And because it's going high, dropping in the market, it's dipping in the market, people are always scared and they think it's the end of Bitcoin. Do you think it is always either the end of Bitcoin, it's the last opportunity to grab Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies?
The my one team, you're very confident in this market. The Muda team is very confident in this market. Everyone who's in this market is very confident in this market. We have hedge funds around the world, insurance companies around the world, major banks around the world, just starting to get in. Some of them have not even gotten in yet. They're still trying to go through the regulatory and board approval process so that they can get in. You know, everyone's trying to get in, which means that we're still very early. You know, Bitcoin was very expensive at $500. Bitcoin was very expensive at $3,000. Bitcoin was extremely expensive at $20,000. Bitcoin is now very, very, very expensive at $6,000. Trust me, Bitcoin is going to be very, very expensive at $1 million. And it's going to be even more expensive at $10 billion. So the question is, as an individual, where do you want to enter? Do you want to enter now, you're at $60,000, or do you want to enter? We're still very early, don't panic. I don't like to say this, but we're going to the moon.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Suleiman, for a great evening we had. I'm sure you will be able to interact with you. So many more events that will be coming. Please open up your doors every time we come to you, and we'll also learn from your exchange. We need more information. We need more information out there. We need more information on social media platform, on YouTube. We need more information from you. You have a lot of wisdom, and so many people have never heard from you. I was seeing many questions of people asking you, the social media platforms, and so many other platforms. So thank you very much for this evening, and I think you can allow us to continue the program as we go on. Like I said, we're going to be giving out another round of these 10 books. And of course, we have the gentleman, the guest speaker for today, Mr. Ian Balina, with us online. But we'll be giving out 10 more books of this shortly after that presentation. So for that matter, I'd like to just, read something again from this book. The reason as why you need to understand what Ian is actually talking about in this book. This book is your one-stop shop on building a deadly working knowledge of the crypto markets and our ideas on how to play them profitably. It's time for the wall of the technical smoke and mirrors around crypto to calm down. And this book represents an experienced technical team sharing its hard-won knowledge as accessible as possible. We shall be giving out 10 more books to 10 more lucky winners. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time we've been waiting for, and our guest speaker is already online. This gentleman, I happened to meet him in the previous blockchain conference at the Kampala Serena Hotel. I had a very simple chat with him. I loved his passion for sharing knowledge and what he has. Now, Ian Balina is a philanthropist. He likes giving back to community. He wrote this book to serve community, and he's also helping out some other children here in Uganda with his foundation. Now, Ian Balina has featured on so many different platforms, and he's been interviewed by CNN, IBM, Bloomberg. He has worked for IBM, and he's been interviewed by, platforms like Bloomberg. And by the time a person comes to that level, that means whatever he has done has been documented and has had a lot of impact in people's lives. So at this particular moment, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you that the gentleman that I'm inviting is one of the people that actually turned 20,000 US dollars into over 5 million US dollars and many more other investments. Now, you would want to hear from a person who has actually made. They say when you want to become successful, always ask and seek knowledge from people who have actually made it in life. It doesn't mean that a person who hasn't made it yet cannot advise you. He's maybe still in the process. But in this case today, we are here to learn from a gentleman who walks the talk. He does not just talk, but he's actually a millionaire in dollars. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the one and only Ian Balina, all the way from the United States.
You all hear me fine? Yes? Okay, great. Yeah, so thank you for that introduction. For this call, or this talk, I'll basically go through a background on myself, how I got into crypto, about the book, about Tokemetrics, my company, the firm, and basically help answer any questions you may have about how to invest in crypto. All right, so the first thing is, I got into crypto back in October 2016, and back then, I thought I was late. But it turned out I was still pretty early. And now anybody who's getting into crypto now, I told them the very same thing. Crypto is still relatively a young asset class. So while it may seem like the prices have went to the moon and beyond, and maybe you've missed a boat, we are still early. If you compare this to equities and stocks, if you compare this to real estate and commodities, crypto is only about $2 trillion in total assets. So it is still a very, very young asset class. So there is still time. You are still early. And for me, I got into crypto when Bitcoin was around $850. Ethereum was about $8. But really, my key to success has been to just do research and to go all in and delve deep into the weeds of crypto and really understand the technology and understand the value prop into what I'm investing in. Right, so we like to have a data-driven approach to investing using analytics, and now at Context we've also added machine learning to that to help us give us an edge, to help us really take away the emotional parts of investing and trading in crypto. And once you take that out, you can begin to have more success in crypto. So here, allow me to share my screen. I want to kind of go through the different products we have available for Tokemetrics. So as mentioned, I do have a book. And the story behind this book was, I've met so many people during my crypto journey who wanted to really pick my head and get everything inside of how I invest and how I trade crypto and how I view the entire asset class. So this book essentially is that Bible. This is the same book we've been using internally prior to this being published to train our research analysts on how to research crypto. And this book basically goes through that. It's available worldwide on Amazon. You can also go and buy this book on our site as well. If you go to our book site, if I can pull this up here, we actually have a free copy of this available as an ebook. Right? So this book is really designed for us to give knowledge away. Right? Because we think for anybody out there, if you want to invest in crypto, we want to make sure you have the right knowledge available. Right? So that's why we have this available as a free ebook. Just go to tokenmetrics.com/crypto-investing-guide and click free download and basically download the free ebook. Right? Because the idea is crypto is such a new asset class, but how do you navigate it? It's a very complex space. Right? So whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's DeFi, whether it's NFTs, whether it's being secure, how do you protect your crypto assets? How do you do fundamental analysis? How do you do code reviews? How do you do all that? So this book essentially is that Bible of all the knowledge the Tokenmetrics team has put into one book that anybody can read and get up to speed quickly and be deadly in crypto. So our firm Tokenmetrics essentially is designed to give you a winning edge in crypto. Right? So I'll go through the different things we have, but in essence, we have crypto indices. So being able to help you build a diversified portfolio catering to different exchanges, different time horizons. We have crypto ratings and rankings. So rating over 6,000 crypto assets in real time using data analytics and machine learning to try to tell you which ones we think will do very well. And then also telling you trends, right? Whether we're bullish or bearish on a particular coin. And also doing price predictions, as well as creating high-level premium content just for our customers via Tokenmetrics TV. So at a high level, I'll walk you through the platform. So this is the rating page, and this is designed to tell you what we think are the best trades right now in real time. And as you see right now, our platform still likes Solana. It's been bullish on Solana since around $20, and that's basically over a 10x return in about 2 months. Right? So our platform is designed to help you find these opportunities by sifting through over 6,000 assets, looking at quantitative metrics, looking at on-chain data, looking at sentiment analysis, and tell you where we think the market is going, and hopefully giving it a better edge in terms of trading in crypto. Then we take all these ratings and we help build model portfolios. Right? So let's say, because it's not just about finding what are the best trades or investments, but how do you make sure your portfolio is fully diversified and the assets inside that portfolio are not highly correlated with each other, right? So this is where our models come in. And in this case, for this week, our Binance index has these following coins, for example: Solana, Gnosis, Aavegotchi, Illuvium, and Shiba Inu. And this index has done a lot better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is up basically 84%. This is up almost 300% in the last 1 month or so. Right? And in essence, it's designed to give you guidance. Whether you're new in crypto, whether you're a pro in crypto, you've been in the space for a long time, it's designed to guide you and help navigate you in this space. Right? And then we also have sentiment analysis. In terms of, so we have different connections into different Telegram groups, into Reddit, into Twitter, and we're basically running machine learning models to try to figure out which coins people are the most bullish on, right? So for example, right now, people are bullish on Uniswap, bullish on Polkadot a lot. It does make sense because Polkadot has the parachain auctions coming up shortly, right? So our models are able to pick that up in real time because they're connected into all these different groups. And then last but not least, on-chain data. We're working on launching an on-chain grade, being able to go through and look at, see if we can get any insights from that, right? So for example, typically when funds leave an exchange and go to a cold wallet to be stored, it typically means people will likely hold that asset for a long time. But if that asset is sent back to an exchange, it typically is a bearish indicator, meaning that people plan to sell and the price could go down. Right? So we're basically have built a grade that can go through that and it can tell you how we feel in real time about a particular coin. Right? So for example, let's actually search for a coin, because right now Ethereum is going through an all-time high. Right? I'm very bullish on Ethereum, but how do you answer the question of Ethereum is now passing on an all-time high, Should I sell? Do I take profits? What do I do? Right? So here, this is where basically our grade comes in. And as you see here, token metrics daily, weekly, and monthly grades are very, very high for Ethereum. Right? So for us, anything over an 80% is very, very good, meaning that right now is not a time to take profits on Ethereum at all. Right? Our machine learning models are saying there's a lot more upside left. Right? But if this score were to drop, for example, below a 75% on the daily and weekly, then it's probably a safe time to start taking profits off the table and pay yourself. Right? So we have this for over 6,000 crypto assets. So essentially, it's guiding you in terms of when to get in, when to get out, and also helping you build a good portfolio. And in addition to that, we also have high-level content just for our customers. So if you go to tv.tokenmetrics.com, we have daily shows we're putting out. We have Bill with his daily market update. Bill is one of our senior market analysts from Goldman Sachs. And Monday through Friday, he's putting out a market update, basically high-level content, walking you through the market and how he sees it. Then I have a show as well where I go through and I do deep dives on different things I'm doing in the space. For example, whether I'm buying and installing a Helium miner, whether my last video was about DAOs. I think DAOs are the next big narrative. So for example, we had NFTs was the narrative for this year. Last year was DeFi. And I think next year it will be DAOs. Right? So I basically went through a deep dive for about half an hour as to why DAOs can be big. Right? Then we have Jad, our quant, who goes through and talks about options and different quantitative data points in crypto. We have Forrest, who goes through and does crypto price predictions using a logical and rational method that's realistic. Then we have Hidden Gems, where we go through and we cover different new projects we're watching, those that score over an 80% on fundamentals and we think are worth keeping an eye on. So for a quick overview in terms of how we analyze crypto assets, we first go through and do fundamental analysis, looking at the team's background, the investors, the use case, tokenomics, making sure that this is a solid project. And ideally, it should score over an 80% before we even want to do a further deep dive on it. Then after that, we'd like to do a code review on the solid projects. Basically going to the GitHub, looking at their code, looking at the developer's background, trying to see how well the code is, if there are any issues in the code, and basically trying to see if there's sound technology. And ideally, it should score over an 80% on that as well. And then once we do that, we also would like to essentially do evaluation analysis, because it's not just about finding a good project with good code. It's also about finding something that is undervalued, because something can be great technology, great code, and great fundamentals, but be completely overvalued, meaning the price will still go down. So for example, Definity and Casper Labs were two projects that were pretty solid. However, they were overvalued when they launched. And like Textbook, their price ended up crashing over 80% in about a month or two. Right? So it's not just about finding good projects, but your entry matters, right? And we like to guide people through that. And in essence, this is the Tokenomics platform. I highly recommend you check it out. We do have discounted trials available. Just go to the site, tokenomics.com, and sign up. And then I definitely recommend you either buy the book, either as a physical copy, or just download the free ebook on the site. And with that being said, thank you very much. Let me know if you have any questions I can help answer regarding the crypto space. Okay, I see questions in the chat. Let me answer them here. Okay, can you have the link to download the book? Yes, let me post the link here in the chat. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I posted the link in the chat. The website is tokenmetrics.com. That's our site. We also have a free YouTube channel where we put out daily content. Just go to youtube.com/tokenmetrics. We have 2 live streams a week that we put out on YouTube. We also have a podcast as well. Do we have any middlemen to work on behalf of the illiterate? I'm not sure what you mean, but I'll recommend, we have YouTube, we have videos available, we have a podcast as well. So we like to create content in several mediums, right? Whether written, whether audio, whether video. And we have to make sure whatever medium you prefer, we have content available that can educate you in that medium. Where can we access the resources to learn about token metrics? So just go to tokenmetrics.com. We do have tutorials that can walk you through how to use the platform. We also have videos as well. You can go to help.tokenmetrics.com for the tutorials. We also have a weekly customer onboarding webinar with our customer success team that goes through and walks customers on how to use the platform and helps answer any questions you may have. How much is all of that for? Good question. I can pull that up here. So the book is free. TMTV is a separate product, but it's also a bundle as well for those who want to bundle that with Tokenmetrics. So TMTV, this is the pricing for it in US dollars. So it's about $80 a year, or about $7 a month. This gets you all these shows. Then TMTV Plus, which includes my show, is about $150 a year for about $13 a month. And then Tokenmetrics itself, let me pull that up. Give me 1 second. So we have 4 different plans available. So this is the annual pricing. So basic is basically $20 a year, or about $17 a month. This basically gives you access to the ratings. And then the advanced plan is $1,000 a year, or about $84 a month, which gets you the indices and all the other data points. And then we have premium plan, which basically gives you access to a private Telegram group, SMS alerts, on-chain data, sentiment analysis, and also a private weekly webinar for investors. And then we just launched a new VIP plan, which gives you a more exclusive VIP Telegram group. We actually have Daniel in the premium plan. So thank you for being a customer, Daniel. Appreciate that. Is there a mobile app version? Not at the moment. We do plan to launch a mobile app version for Tokenmetrics TV. That should be coming out sometime by the end of the month. So stay tuned. We'll be putting out a announcement on that. I love your YouTube channel. Thank you, Enoch. I appreciate that. And thank you, everybody. Definitely appreciate all the kind words. YouTube channel. Okay, let me post the YouTube channel. Okay, then the question was, how did I grow 20K to 5 million? Basically through a data-driven process, right, through token metrics. But essentially, I had a spreadsheet where I would open source and publicly log all my investments and trades using a data-driven approach to investing in crypto. So think of this as the money ball for crypto, because I wanted to remove the emotions out of it. I was working in IBM Analytics, IBM Watson for 4 years, and I knew analytics and AI and machine learning was the future, but I wanted to see how this could be applied towards crypto investing. So I began by just getting as much data as I could on ICOs, and then I tried to find patterns in that data. And the patterns I found were they had to have a great team, they had to have a great team of advisors, great tokenomics, and they had to be very, very undervalued. So I basically took all this and began to rate ICOs, token sales, and I began to invest in them. And the strategy I had was I would put in about 5 to 10% of my portfolio into the best ones based on this rating. And then once they would launch, I would basically, once they did a 2 or 3x, I would take out my initial investment, and then the rest was house money. And that house money, basically, as it would go up every 3 or 5x, I would basically sell about 15 to 20%. I kept on doing that, and then I would take those profits and reinvest into new token sales. So basically, I took this data-driven approach, and now we've expanded this to not just token sales, but for all of crypto, even those crypto assets trading on exchanges. And that's what's now turned into what's now tokenmetrics.com. Could you please reiterate about the indices for crypto? Yeah, so in terms of building an index, the idea, here, I'll pull this up again. The idea is this. Okay, so here we go. All right, so somebody could in theory just go to this rating page and just buy the top 5, right? But that's not what you want to do, right? Because Solana, while good, I just actually click into Solana, right? It also has, you want to make sure what you hold in your portfolio is not correlated with other assets, meaning that if you have Solana in your portfolio, right? If you go here to the correlation tab, this shows you all the other crypto assets that have a high correlation with Solana, right? So for example, Phantom, right? 0.94, right? So it makes no sense to have both Solana and Phantom and Quant and Arweave and Terra in your portfolio, right? Because they have a high correlation with each other, meaning that if one goes down, the other one will also go down. If one goes up, the other will also go up, right? So you want to have something in your portfolio that will counterbalance the other. So ideally, you want to have something, so for example, if Solana goes down, you want something that will go up in that market despite Sol going down. Right? So how do you do that? How do you build a diversified portfolio? This is where the indices come in. Basically, they go through using our modeling, and we look at the correlation and other metrics and build something that is fully uncorrelated with each other, meaning that whatever you're holding is totally unique. Right? So pulling this back up here. So for example, if you want to invest in a weekly index on Binance, this is what our model likes, right? It likes all these assets because they don't really have correlation with each other, meaning that each asset is almost like its own category, right? So here we have a layer 1 blockchain. Here we have basically a metaverse game. Here we have a meme currency, right? So almost each category is almost distinct on its own, right? And this can be applied for anything, for even different time horizons, right? So let's go to monthly, right? If you're monthly and you're on, let's look at KuCoin, since that's the best exchange thus far for the monthly, right? This is what it would hold, right? It would hold actually a lot more tokens, right? And so this one is actually a lot more diversified. But basically, creating the strategy to go through and put together these portfolios is what a platform helps you do. So that way, if you're on KuCoin, our models are saying if you want to rebalance every single month, these are the indices our AI would build. Now, let's say you want to do low cap investing, right? What does that look like? That's obviously a lot more risk, but sometimes there's a lot more reward to that, right? But in this case, not so much. Low cap coins haven't done too well in the last month or so. However, on the weekly, they have, right? On the weekly KuCoin is typically a good exchange for low caps. But how do you invest in low caps and have diversification? And how do you find the good ones to invest in? So our platform goes through, does the rating and analysis, and then finds the ones it likes the best and puts together that portfolio for you. Right? So in this case, it likes One Ledger, Node Finance, and all these other tokens. And that's essentially the platform at a high level. All right, let me answer most of the questions here. TM is a monthly or annual subscription, and there is no lifetime. Okay. Talk about how to get mining Helium and getting the mining hub. Yeah, I mean, so I have videos on YouTube on how to mine Helium, but Helium essentially is a hotspot. Looks kind of like a router that you buy and you plug in, and you basically share your internet connection with others, with other people on the network. Essentially, they have different partners, such as Lime Scooters, such as Nestle. Basically, other IoT devices will pay a fee to be able to piggyback on your Wi-Fi network to get online. And in exchange for that, they pay you a cryptocurrency, HNT token. And we've covered this since 2018. This has been one of our best investments. This has done over a 200x return. So for anybody who was in early, hopefully you also made great returns as well. But essentially, I mean, it's a crypto asset, and blockchain we're very, very bullish on. And I'm still holding that. I have taken some profits on that. But I think this could be one of the biggest crypto assets out there. They're basically building a decentralized wireless network. They began with just IoT, and now they've launched 5G network. They announced a partnership with Dish Network, the TV company, right? So satellites can now in theory, will begin to connect to Helium network to go online, which is, I think, pretty cool. Okay, how do NFTs work and DeFi work? Yeah, I mean, NFTs, non-fungible tokens, think of them as digital scarcity. It's taking items that are typically scarce in the real world, from collectibles such as trading cards to art. But how do you move that online and make it digital and make it scarce and make it something that can be verified on the blockchain? That's what NFTs do. NFTs are basically digital scarcity, right? So if you take a Picasso, right? If we take Picasso's work, let's take something like the Mona Lisa, right? We know there's one of one, right? There's only one Mona Lisa in the world. Anybody can go out there and say they have a Mona Lisa, but the whole world has coalesced together and agreed upon that there's only one original, and it's in this museum, for example, right? But how do you do that online with a JPEG, with a picture? Well, now we can do that with digital scarcity. We can say, okay, this is the only picture out there. We're putting this on the blockchain, basically stamping this, creating almost like a serial number or barcode. And once it's been stamped, we all agree that this is the original, right? And now we basically have a form of digital scarcity. And now this NFT could be traded, transferred, sold, and there will always be a record of whoever has this on the blockchain is the actual owner of this. Then DeFi. DeFi essentially is decentralized finance. It's taking services that are typically done by banks, such as investing, savings, loans, and lending, all those different services, and removing banks from the middle. It's cutting out the middlemen, and it's letting people participate in the services peer-to-peer with no middleman, and still have trust. That's the power of blockchain. That's the power of crypto. And lots of industries, such as travel with Airbnb, transportation with Uber, have been disrupted, and now finance is also getting disrupted with DeFi. And I think DeFi is one of the big downfalls of crypto. So are NFTs, and so will DAOs. Can you please talk about mining and cryptocurrency, please? Mining essentially is, so with Bitcoin, for example, Bitcoin mining, it's the process of creating a new coin. And basically, you have to go through a consensus process. Basically, all the different people on the network have to solve this complex mathematical problem. And by doing that, they then mint a new coin, right? And this new coin is called mining. This process is called mining. It's basically the creation of a new coin. Now, people can buy devices to mine. For example, with Helium, it's a device. With Bitcoin, it's typically nowadays like a large warehouse where they have lots of computers that are going through solving these complex mathematical problems and then mining them. But essentially, mining is creating a new coin. And now we do have a chapter on mining and staking in the book. DeFi or NFT platforms, which ones to buy in this bull run? Good question. I mean, NFTs have been the talk of town for the last, I'll say 6 to 12 months. I do have NFTs. I have a Bored Ape. I have Creature World. I have Treeverse. That one I'm very, very bullish on. They're basically, Creature World and Treeverse are basically building they're basically NFTs that get you access to a metaverse. And I think metaverse and DAOs, but in essence, metaverse, NFTs, and DAOs are the future of culture. They're the future of crypto as well. That's how crypto, in my opinion, goes fully mainstream. NFTs have taken crypto mainstream, but the metaverse, which is essentially the online world, whether it's virtual reality, AR, augmented reality, it's people living in this fictional world, essentially, this virtual world. But in this virtual world, there'll be virtual real estate. There'll be virtual identities, right? How do we make this transferable? How do we make this on the blockchain? Right? NFTs and metaverse and DAOs and everything they all coalesce together to create that. So in terms of, I don't think it makes sense to buy NFTs right now, because the good ones, basically the blue chip NFTs, those are very, very expensive. Because view NFTs like any crypto asset or any investment, 95% or more of them will go to zero, right? And will never come back. right? So you have to be very careful in terms of what you buy. So there are two approaches to buying NFTs. You can either one, trade them, essentially flip them, meaning that you just buy and flip very quickly. In that case, you can be a lot more loose with your requirements for buying them. But if you're buying for the long term, in my opinion, I like to only buy blue chip NFTs. Those are NFTs that are first of a category, that will be around and will stand the test of time. So imagine you're in a museum. Imagine you're in an NFT museum 25 years down the road, right? What NFTs will be in that museum? Now, not all these NFTs coming out every single day will be in it, right? It's only those that are first of a category, that are very innovative, that break the trend, right? So for example, CryptoPunks were basically one of the first NFTs. They'll be in there, right? Bored Apes, I think, will be in there because they're essentially the first tokenized NFT for a private social club that took off, right? So I think they'll be in there, right? I think maybe there'll be an NFT for maybe one of the first metaverses that takes off, right? So that's the approach I take. But nowadays, I mean, all those blue chips, the price for them has gone through the roof, right? So how do you buy them? I think one category that will really take off is fractionalizing NFTs, although that can possibly be security, but essentially giving access to people who don't have the access, right? So imagine taking an Ether out, for example, the only 100 of them in the world, and they sell for over $1 million US. You can then take that, for example, maybe fractionalize that and have, for example, create 70,000 tokens that all basically equate to ownership of that NFT. And now you're basically taking one NFT and giving access to 70,000 people for a fraction of the cost, right? That's something definitely worth looking into. What is the best way of earning in crypto trading or hodl? I mean, best way to make money in crypto is to think long term. Don't chase the FOMO, the trend. That's how most people will lose money. Most people will lose money in a bull run because they're not patient. They're thinking short term and not long term. And honestly, the best time to make money is to invest in a bear market. All my best investments have come in a bear market. Matic Network / Polygon, which they did over 200x, came in August 2018. That was in a bear market. So did Helium, over 200x. That was in a bear market. Like, once people leave in a bear market, then they come back and they FOMO in the bull market. But essentially, they're just buying the top. Right? You want to buy low, sell high. And by definition, the best time to buy low is in a bear market. The best time to sell high is in a bull market. Right? So I would just kind of keep it simple like that. Thoughts on funds token and which ones to look out for? I can't get too specific in terms of coins. Fund is not the casino one, but in essence, I'll just say leverage Tokenmetrics platform for ratings, right? Because we go through and we have several data points, and they're in real time. So I'll just defer to that for any individual coins. What is your take on investing in different ecosystems and blockchains? I think it's great. I mean, I think if you're going to invest in any ecosystem, you should ideally also be investing in the layer one. But that's if you already don't have a similar asset that's correlated in your portfolio. What does that mean? Basically, what I'm saying is, if you, for example, like the Avalanche ecosystem, and you bought Trader Joe, for example, which is a DEX, kind of like SushiSwap and Uniswap for Avalanche, maybe it makes sense to also have Avalanche as well, right? But if you already have a layer one, like Solana, maybe, right? Avalanche is also correlated to Solana, so maybe having both won't make sense, right? So you have to kind of factor that in. That's where the indices help with that. But in essence, though, I think ecosystems right now have been taking off, layer ones, after Solana had quite a run, doing over 10x and over 300x, I think, since the initial price. In essence, people are now looking for the next one, right? And I think Avalanche is one we like a lot. We also like Harmony, we like Near Protocol, right? There's so many different layer ones that now are competing, and now they've raised a lot of money, lots of capital through their ecosystem funds to reinvest into development and to incentivize developers to build on their protocols. And I think that's huge. Which one will be the next one? Which one will be the third best blockchain after Solana and Ethereum? Who knows, right? Maybe Solana flips Ethereum, who knows? All these, in essence, I view the whole market as you getting insurance and hedging. Right? So if I believe Ethereum will flip Bitcoin and become the largest crypto asset. However, what's your backup plan if that won't pan out for Ethereum? Is it Solana? Is it Avalanche? Is it some other blockchain? Right? Walk through that thesis and then kind of come up with a strategy and have insurance for every investment you have. How can I earn in the short term on daily? I mean, if you're basically day trading, I would just day trade. I mean, I would leverage technical analysis, momentum. We do have a daily grade on tokenomics. We also have daily indices. But in general, I mean, day trading typically works better in a bear market or when the market is going down or sideways, not so much in a bull market. In a bull market, typically you make more money by just buying and holding. Is it good to hold shitcoins, and how do you see the real ones? Good question. I don't like to hold projects I don't like that don't have fundamentals long term. But I think you can trade them if you're trading them, right? Because trading is different. Trading, you don't care about the fundamentals. You just care about the technical analysis, momentum, and you're in and you're out. If you're day trading, if you're holding for a day or two, I mean, that's fine. But as long as you manage the risk, right? Don't put your entire portfolio into day trading, right? So for example, let's say you take your portfolio and you allocate maybe like 1% for trading shitcoins. That's fine. That's managing risk. But if you take 50%, that's where people lose their money and lose their shirt, right? So everything depends on how you manage risk. I'm not sure how to answer this. How do you benefit from this financially? I mean, basically, crypto is the biggest wealth transfer in human history, right? So it's a new asset class, and for the first time in history, retail investors and traders have been able to front run smart money. Right? Basically, anybody, any Joe and Jane has been able to go and buy Bitcoin and buy crypto since 2013 or so, right? Before smart money, before Wall Street had a chance to even get in, right? Because Wall Street was doubting crypto, but now they're finally getting in. But now, I mean, the people who believed early have built generational, life-changing wealth for them and their families, right? So I think that's how people can benefit from this financially. Talk about the investment in tokenomics done recently. I made some investment. Yes, we had a crowdfund that we put up on our site. You can go to wefunder.com/tokenomics to access that. That will be wrapping up this month. So thank you for everybody who was an equity investor in tokenomics. We appreciate that. How do you know a coin will pump? Basically, you can look at the technicals, right? Technical analysis, the quantitative metrics. You can also look at, so our ratings are back-tested using machine learning, and we can tell, basically, we gather as much data as possible, right? Price action, on-chain data, sentiment data, and then we can backtest and see, okay, which ones do we think will do well? So it's all based on data, right? And making sure that data is backtested to be highly accurate. And our tokenomics grade is very, very accurate. And that's why we're able to find these coins before they even move. Now, obviously, it's not completely perfect. However, we think it's better than trusting your emotions and your gut. I've not heard of this trading bot, unfortunately. Okay, I think that's it for questions I'm seeing here in the Q&A. Do you have any crypto project you're working on or you're willing to introduce in future? And does tokenomics have a token? We don't have a token. We are working on building our own DeFi protocol, so stay tuned. We'll be sending out an email to our community and our customers. And that's all I can say, unfortunately. Share with us the link where you teach how to navigate with the website. Yes, yeah, when you go to the site, just go to support. Actually, there's learn, right here at the top menu. and we have different guides. Right? So for example, if you go to indices, it'll take you to a tutorial on the indices, right, and how to use them. And then there's also a video here at the top on how to follow the indices that our team has put out.
Thank you for joining us in this initial installment of the How.
So I would definitely recommend doing that. We also have support, right? You can go to the forum, contact us, or help. Some incubators or launchpads require a lot of money to buy into the projects launching on them. Would you advise one to pay or wait and buy into them once listed on other exchanges? It depends. I mean, I think most launchpads are not that good. They're basically pump and dumps. They're Ponzi schemes, in my opinion. The good ones are typically done by legitimate exchanges. So for example, CoinList, I think, is one of the best. Binance is pretty good. In my opinion, those are probably the top two launchpads. The ones that are basically in DeFi, where you have to have membership tokens, those typically are just pump and dumps, in my opinion. Because most of the projects they launch, while they may have great returns early on, long term, give it over 1 year or longer, they almost all go down to zero or close to it. Do you do pre-sales, and if so, where do we find quality ones? Yeah, I mean, I don't do pre-sales too often. Last one I did was Integral Dex, but in that sense, it's the same thing, right? We go through and do a research. We go through different. We just follow different groups on Twitter, on Telegram, and we're just seeing what projects are launching, and then we do research on them to find out which ones we think will do well, based on code review, based on fundamentals, and based on being undervalued. Okay, what is your comment on Facebook changing to Metaverse? How is it going to affect crypto industry? I think it's huge. I think it's a big endorsement for the Metaverse and for crypto. The fact that Facebook and Microsoft now are going to be entering the Metaverse, this is a huge endorsement. But at the same time, I mean, it's also competition, because they'll likely may try to make it centralized, and I think it's better to be decentralized. Is the book enough to learn how to trade crypto and NFTs? And is there anything on Metaverse in the book? We talk about NFTs and DAOs, not so much Metaverse, but we do want to have future editions of the book where we can cover that in more detail. And the book, yeah, the book is a good introduction to trading crypto and giving you the guideline, but at the end of the day, the best teacher is experience, and just basically going out there and just learning and improving every single day. Any advice for Shiba Inu holders? If you're in profit, take some money off the table. Just take a nation. The Metaverse, are you bullish on? Sandbox. Sandbox is one we covered a while back. We think that one is a great project, and we think that one is definitely one worth looking into. Decentraland as well is one we covered as well. We think that's also a pretty good project as well. All right, well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at Diary of a Made Man, and also on YouTube at Tokenmetrics, youtube.com/Tokenmetrics. Thank you for having me.
Agenze. Vayo. Wabiri wayimiriye wali ayogere bannaye. Gamba Moses. Yes, hello Ian, can you hear me?
Yes, yeah. Hello? Thank Thank you so much. It was a
Ian,
pleasure to be
can
on.
you hear me?
Yes, yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That's a lot of wisdom to be given to us in just less than 30, 45 minutes. One of the people had a question that how can, because what happens is in the crypto space, there's a lot of scams that actually people seem to be worried about. And one of the things that makes people keep running away from, what's the best way somebody can identify something that, is real or tangible and something that is not tangible? Or is it true actually that like some people actually want to think that the crypto space is full of scams? How can somebody identify something that is real or that can be promising, different from what could actually go with their money?
Good question. I mean, I would say, one, if it's too good to be true, it likely is. All right. Outside of that, look at the technology. If there's solid technology, that's typically a good sign. Right. We go through in the book on how to evaluate crypto technology. At a high level, you can look for social signals that are hard to fake. Right? So, for example, one easy approach that have been backed by well-known, trusted VCs, venture capitalists. Right? So, for example, A16Z and Andreessen Horowitz, right? If a crypto asset is backed by them, they typically have to go through a very deep due diligence process to vet that crypto asset or project, right? So that's typically could be used as a shortcut to say, okay, if they've invested in this, it's likely not a scam, right? Not to say it will never be a scam, right? Because nothing is, right? But that kind of signal is a good signal, right? Typically. And then in general, our platform helps do that, right? We help go through and sift through projects and try to find the real projects, the real good projects. We like to filter out the signal from the noise. And I think having that research can definitely help a crypto investor. All right, well, it was a pleasure being on. Thank you so much, and until next time.
All right, thank you very much, Ian. As you wind up, I'm going to be giving out these books to the next 10 people. In the nutshell, in the simple term, the simplest term, what would you tell somebody who is actually reading your wisdom and all this knowledge that has been compiled by the Token Metrics team? What, in just the simplest way, what can they expect in this book?
From that are deep in the space, that are professionals, it's a great way to onboard into crypto and become very deadly from day one. And whether you're new to crypto or you've been in crypto for some time, it goes through and it covers all the different categories and topics in crypto that any investor should know. And we give you a good starting guide in those topics, right? From DeFi, NFTs, investing, trading, how to build a portfolio, how to manage your assets, and all that, all in one book.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Ian, and thank you very much for that knowledge that you've given us. I'm sure you've answered so many questions because these are always the questions that run in people's minds, and the reason is why we want to bring people like you with experience and people who have benefited from this industry that has opened new doors for you is to just build more confidence in the lives of the people who are outside watching from the outside. Okay, so thank you very much. We will see you very soon on more of the recurring webinars that we're going to be having. But for now, we would like to say thank you very much, Mr. Ian. And of course, right now, I'm just going straight away to give out 10 books to the lucky winners tonight that we have. So one of our lucky winners tonight is Dini. Dini, your email is bnmwanji@gmail.com. To send us an email, let us know that you have won yourself a book, by the way. So claim your book. Then we have Midiero Dan. Midiero Dan, you've won yourself a book, this particular book that is full of all the wisdom that Mr. Ian has actually been sharing with us. We have God Love, you won yourself a book. Then we have Edwin M, and your email, Edwin M, your email is bishomk at gmail.com. We have these abbreviations when people are registering. But your email is migwimsamuel at gmail.com. You've won yourself a book. We have Frank, and your email is batfrank2007 at gmail.com. Then we have Mosun Adams 123 at ol.com. Then we have Friday Akpomera. You have won yourself a book. We have Arake Kevjeskiri at gmail.com is your email. You've won yourself a book. Then we have Ibrahim Mulindwa. Ibrahim Mulindwa is our last winner for tonight. So we've given out 20 books to the lucky winners tonight. I'm sure this will empower you. This will change the way you think about the blockchain industry and the cryptocurrencies especially. So yeah, like I said in the beginning, the reason as why we have these webinars, it's to educate the world, is to open up doors for people to understand what this world is all about. Because people are yearning for knowledge, people are looking for where they can find the knowledge, but they have nowhere. Next time you get to receive this link, please make sure you share with as many friends as you can. Let's put the information out there. Let's not keep the information to ourselves, because we know there are many people out there who are interested in knowing about what's happening in the world, and they have no way. You never know, you could change somebody's life by simply sharing with them this kind of information. So ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great evening. I would like to invite Mr. Daniel. I don't know whether he is online with us. He had a problem with his network down in Dubai. I don't know whether he's online with us. Mr. Daniel, are you there with us? Mr. Daniel, are you there?
Can you be able to see me?
Yes, we can hear you very well, Daniel.
Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to start by thanking the Lord for enabling us, all of us, to be here this evening. It has been a great evening of wonders. God has been able to put us, to bring us, all of us, here with this huge gathering. In big volumes, and the AI crypto big time. So, Keith, are we there? Okay, thank you. So what I'm saying, even the young ones of these Emirates have already invested in crypto space. Those of you who follow my status and also other social media channels, I've shared with you the young boy at the age of 6 is owning bitcoins. He challenged me that if you guys don't own bitcoins, soon or later when it's still in its evening hours, you're not going to love it. It will be dawned on you. So now this is my humble message. I know we've taken much time, but this is my humble message before I appreciate some leaders who have come together to put this together. To the entrepreneurs, this industry has just started, and then we are still on the takeoff level. We call upon all of you in the respective countries here in Africa, please be part of this financial revolution. Get to understand the nitty-gritties, learn how to join in a good way, and make sure that you go with the people who have already taken the baby steps. Walk with them. It is going to change your life. It is going to change your life. Your life cannot remain the same. I don't know whether still Ian is still here, Balina, but I would have given you a certain message. Okay, he's not here. Ian Balina invited me for Bitcoin. That was in 2017 actually. I must confess that I didn't join by then, but only to find him on CNN when he's doing it big time. But luckily I joined. That was 2017, but 2016-17. But now, right now, the rest is history. Life has changed. We can afford to go anywhere, to do anything at any time, and to meet any person. So entrepreneurs, make sure that you be part of this dispensation of financial inclusion. Then secondly, please go and create. The industry is just vacant. The industry is just vacant. Don't sit, start something. Design an application, design an NFT, do an NFT, learn how to do it, put something out there, help our music industry in Africa, help all our artists in Africa to own their patent rights and also benefit from their work. And the only solution is blockchain and NFTs. That is number one. Come up with a lot of concepts. In Africa, we have so many challenges with our systems. They're not efficient. When you look at the processes of acquiring a passport, imagine a national ID, they take a lot of time. But these are the things that we can improve with this blockchain system. Then this message goes to the regulators and the states around Africa. Please create room for the entrepreneurs. Help them grow. Don't think that things that you don't know don't exist. They already exist in these first world countries. So if you don't know what it takes, just open up space, be open for the young entrepreneurs because they are very fast. Bring them on board instead of witch hunting them. Bring them on board. Learn how to work with them. They will open up, and we are going to make the Africa great again. A United States of Africa in terms of economics, because we can trade anytime at the place of our convenience. Right now I can send bitcoins in USA, I can send them back home any time of your choice. So my call tonight is to call number one, the entrepreneurs. Know what you want and keep going. Secondly, I've also talked about I've addressed my message to the regulators of Africa. Let's adopt and benchmark. Let's not resist technology. I am very excited about Tanzania. Just of recent, their president opened up for blockchain, and I see a lot of people in Tanzania. They're now running for trading on Binance. I also challenge you to start coming up in the innovation centers work with Nile One. We have put up an incubation club that is based in Kampala, and very soon we are going to. There's an exciting news that is coming. I don't want to break the ice right now, but an exciting news anytime from now. We are about to have our company launched here in Dubai. Nile One Center of Excellence in Dubai, very soon coming. These Emiratis, they can't wait to have the innovation here and the ideas, because there are more entrepreneurial ideas that they can't wait to waste. So it's the same call that I'm giving all of you. Let's get united. I've seen a lot of leaders that I'm going to welcome. They've done a lot of stuff. I mean, they have done their best to make sure that we have this together. And then at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to start with Tanzania team, Mr. Kasonso and Eri Bariki. We salute you, all of you people. You've done some commendable work. God bless you. I know very soon we're gonna have you on the webinar. And then in Kampala, we have a very big team from cryptocurrency traders, and then it is led by none other than our brother here, Alex, Coach Alex, and the team you called Sir Alex. So, gentlemen and ladies, there's also another big team. It's called Data Digital Assets Traders Association Uganda. I call upon all traders to look for a gentleman called Jeff. Please register with him if you're a trader, because we came up with this association to raise a voice, to have one voice in East Africa, to have a voice, because there are so many associations, but crypto space and then the blockchain, we've been a little bit behind. But just of recent, a very big team of people came together and they formed Data Digital Assets Traders Association. I don't know whether the speaker is on this Zoom call, because he would have given you the information about it. But there's a guy in town, Kampala, called Jeff. You need to look for him. Find someone who can share with you his number and to register, because when you are part of the association, you are in a body, you can be taken care of. Your challenge is our challenge, your opportunities are our opportunities. There are different levels of registration. Even those who are around East Africa, in Kenya, in Tanzania, you can also join. And then we have a team all the way from South Sudan, led by Clinton. Clinton, big up. Thank you for mobilizing all the Sudanese who are on this Zoom call tonight. And then we have another team all the way from Kenya. Kenya, thank you so much. You've done a commendable work. That team is led by Dr. Jane Kamau, Mr. Peter Mcheru, Barry Blackman, and then the other leaders. Thank you so much. Mrs. Joyce, thank you so much for mobilizing the team. And then we've got another team all the way from Ghana, Reverend John Asari. Reverend Asari, thank you so much for mobilizing all our people who are in Ghana. Thank you for being on the Zoom call tonight. And then we've got quite amazing number of people on our webinar, and also those who are watching on YouTube channel. I am now open for any question. In case you have a question, please, I'm available for the questions. I'm just here in our chat. Okay, there are some hands here. Okay, if you have any question, please just type it here. Oh, thank you. Mr. Ian Muvula, someone has asked a good question. Is Mr. Ian Muvula speaking tonight? He has just sent in his message here, an apology. Where he is, he's just in the transit. So he has some technical issues of joining in. He told me that it will take about an hour. And I don't know whether we'll be here in an hour's time. So just even if he has not come through, we are going to record his message, and that message is going to be on all social media channels, even the YouTube channel. You will find it there because he has a very powerful message. Oh, by the way, on the other hand, let's appreciate Mr. Ian Muvula and the team, because they have come up with a very big concept, and that concept is called African Consolidated Exchange. That exchange, it's our homegrown platform, like the way how you see Binance started. This time round, how long shall we lament when others are coming up with solutions? But this time round, Mr. Ian Muvula and the team, there's a board, and I'm very happy to report to you that I am part of that board. They have come up with a very big platform. It is called Africa's Consolidated Exchange, and every time there are Zoom calls which are going on, make sure that you tune in to be part of those Zoom calls, because they will give you the nitty-gritties of the platform, how it works and how it is changing life for both active traders and passive traders. Okay, if Shiba Inu a good project to have hold, okay, I think that one Ian Balina answered it. How can we contact you, sir? You can follow me on all my social media channels. When you go to Google and you type in Mulondo Daniel, you will be able to see all my social media channels. On YouTube, I use Mulondo Daniel, and you can as well follow Nile One Academy, Center of Excellence. It's on a YouTube channel. And then we have a Telegram channel called Binance African Traders. You can join. Very soon we will host the CEO of Binance, Mr. Zaho. So I'm giving you what is going to be happening in our series. Oh, no Nigerian team, Mr. Mulondo. No, my Ogas from Nigeria, I'm really sorry. I know FX Charles is here, Mr. Afolabi is here, and then there's a team from Cameroon. Ambassador Hamfred Enyaku, you're welcome with the team. We need a coach to guide us from Kampala. Okay, when you want to go to Kampala, please put Nile One Academy. You'll be able to get all the details. Where is the Nile One office in Kampala? We've relocated from Mukwano Courts, Buganda Road, and we are living now in our new home, which is in Makerere University, but not in the university, just on Sir Apollo Kagwa Road, on Semper Close. How can Nile One be extended in any country of interest? Okay, thank you so much. Just in case if you want to be a partner with Nile One, or to extend all Nile One Academy services in any country of your choice, just get with us on info@nileoneacademy.com, or you can be able to reach out to Moses. Moses will be able to give you the details of all our partners. Do you have a representative from Nigeria? Yes, I've answered that. Will top earners going to pay us? Yes, please. Top earners, they are going to pay. I think that question will be answered well when you send a ticket. Elsa, I think Africans should have a study about how to get started. Yes, this is my advice to all of you people. Don't join cryptocurrency. Join cryptocurrency in the right way. Learn how things work. Before you join the return on the investment programs, get to understand how the business itself works. Okay, the associations. Oh, by the Nile One Academy, we have ongoing classes. You can feel free to subscribe or invite your friends and families to join the association. If you're a trader, please look for Jeff. How can we get a recorded meeting? It's gonna be shared. Congratulations, Mr. Daniel. Mr. John, all the way from Tanzania. Habari, thank you so much. If you want books, hard copies, and you're around Africa, just get in touch with Nile One Academy. You'll be helped. Please drop the link for Nile One Academy. Okay, let me drop it here for you people as I sign out. Okay, the link is there, the website. The ones for the YouTube channel, just type in Nile One Academy. The name of the association is called Digital Assets Traders Association. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. You've been a wonderful audience. People who are in Uganda, I want to salute Velos Media. Velos Media is our partner, media partner, and whenever we have these Zoom calls, they keep organizing all of them. Thank you so much. God bless you. And then on the other hand, Mr. Ole Moses and the team, we cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much for the work that you've done. Moses, Chimbugwe Joshua, thank you so much. Best Grace, thank you so much. Mr. Hakim Muge, thank you so much. And then Isabayo, all the way from Rwanda. Isabayo, Samuel, thank you for mobilizing the Rwanda team. We see the work that you're doing is amazing. And next year, I'll fly to Rwanda, basically to meet you and the team, to make sure that everything is in place. Okay, we've also had none other than another team from all the way Congo. Yes, Mr. Mungwiko, thank you for mobilizing the team and thank you for being on ground. God bless. Because there's a lot of huge investment to have such calls. Be part of it and make use of it. Don't blame yourself. Don't say that the chance was not there. No, the chance is now. You have it in your hands. Make use of them before these opportunities are taken here to Dubai, because very soon my host here will be hosting shows for the Emiratis here. Mr. Keith, back to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dan Mulondo, founder of Nile One Academy, and for that insight that you've given us. And of course, would like to thank each and everyone who has been, you especially, who has put aside everything to be with us from 7 p.m. up to now. And we are simply coming to the end of today's webinar. I hope you've learned a lot. I hope there's a lot. The first one of a kind, we had our own Festo, who really, took us through a lot of, things to do with investments and, the entire industry. And today we've had a lineup of our own again, Suleiman Mulunga, and then we also had Ian Balina himself. We had Lule himself, and it's been a fantastic evening. So we would like to say, watch out for our next our next event, which is going to be announced. Always make sure that you're the first to share, you're the first to actually join or register to book yourself a seat, and then don't ever forget to share all this information. From me, Keith, your host today, I must say, and the entire crew, have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. Today is a Friday. If you can get a glass of wine, get a cup of coffee at home, relax, enjoy yourself, and get into your weekend. I will see you next time.